Welcome to Okta Release Highlights, July edition. We will go over generally available new features, GA enhancements, and early access new features. Let's get started. Here are some of the new features released this month. Okta LDAP Agent, version 5.14.0. Please review the version release notes and guides for details. Enhanced security for server-generated secret keys. These keys are used to generate one-time passwords for multi-factor authentication in FIPS-enabled environments and orgs. The user will be prompted for the generated 6-digit number to gain access. See Configure Okta Verify. Immediate password synchronization. Now when LDAP delegated authentication is enabled and a user resets their password in Okta, the new password is immediately synchronized to all the user's assigned applications that are configured for password synchronization. Enhancement helps user passwords to remain current, and reduces the likelihood that users will be unable to access their applications. See Application Password Synchronization. Admins now have the option to configure a sign-on policy, based on a specific identity provider. This allows admins more flexibility to dictate which IDP can be used to obtain an Okta session. For details, review the Configure an Okta sign-on policy. We are excited to announce that customers who subscribe to the MFA-only package of services now have basic single sign-on functionality to Okta Integration Network apps. Updates to legacy user group ID support. Validation rules have been relaxed to support user group entity legacy ID formats, created prior to 2012. We continue to bring on more OIDC app integrations. Proof key for code exchange is an additional verification step for any OIDC app integration, except service apps. The OAuth security current best practice recommends using PKCE for all uses of the authorization code flow, regardless of the client type. OIN Manager pages now include links to developer terms and conditions. See developer terms for details. Moving on to GA enhancements. A new session management section is available when adding a new Okta sign-on policy rule, or editing an existing one. Options were previously only available through the Okta API, but now they can be configured from the admin console. Options include maximum Okta session lifetime. Persist session cookies across browser sessions. Other enhancements. Session expires after is now renamed expire session after user has been idle on Okta for. See Configure an Okta sign-on policy for additional warnings and descriptions, and how to better configure them. In this release, a User.session.start System Log event is fired after successful app-specific Del Auth sign-in events. The default authentication now allows access with any two-factor types, and requires re-authentication after 12 hours. OIN Manager user interface changes. The languages supported section of the app details page has been removed. More on API authorization server interface. Administrators working with OIDC client applications can now see a preview of the information contained in the refresh token, and the device secret returned by the authorization server. See API Access Management. A new MFA requirements task appears if admins set up an Okta sign-on policy with new device behavior. This security task ensures MFA requirements configured by the admin are not in conflict with Okta behavior detection functionality, and that the MFA policy rule isn't bypassed unintentionally. See MFA requirements. Recommendations appear for correcting the configuration. The Organization section of the Security General page is renamed Organization Security. See General Security. Now let's discuss early access features. Improvements have been made to the self-service registration experience. We have simplified SSR flow to only 2 email templates with customized welcome messages. If your application requires immediate verification of the end user's email address, Okta uses the registration activation template. This template includes a magic link for a smoother sign-in experience. If email verification isn't immediately required, Okta uses the registration email verification template. This template allows users to complete email verification at any time after they sign into the application. See Customize Email Notifications, and the Okta Email Integration Guide. Improve self-service password user experience. The newly enhanced SSPR feature introduces a seamless magic link experience for password reset emails. Users no longer need to provide consent when using the same browser. After the reset and the password meets the application's assurance policy, the user is signed directly to the app. See Configure the Email Authenticator. Thank you for viewing the July Okta release highlights. For details, please visit the Okta release notes and product notes at the links in the description.